We all love Wonderland TIME or TIME Wonderland, the very popular fork of Ohm. But these two other Ohm forks on the Phantom Opera network may even be better investments than Wonderland TIME. The two investments I'm talking about are Hector DAO and Spartacus Finance. First, before I get into what these projects are and what makes them stand out from all the other Ohm forks, I want to talk about what makes TIME so popular. So I think the number one thing that I think makes TIME so popular and makes it a good investment is that Daniel is a well-known dev. He's a well-known guy, and he's out in the open. He doesn't hide. It's not an anonymous founder. Another thing that makes TIME so popular is that Daniel wants to use TIME as a base currency in crypto games. So he wants to get into crypto gaming and use TIME as the base currency of those games. He's also going to make it public, or he said that he's going to make it public so that other gaming, crypto gaming developers can just hook TIME up to their games if they don't understand as much about the tokenomics and they just want to focus on the development of the games, which I think is super smart. It's going in a good direction, and I think that is what makes TIME so great. Another thing that makes TIME so great is that you have abracadabra.money, where TIME can easily integrate into that. When you get memo or wrapped memories, you can actually borrow against the value of those wrapped memos. So right here, you can go ahead and put your memo in here. You can get wrapped memo out. Now, if you go to abracadabra.money, then you can actually borrow against the wrapped memo that you have, which means that you can actually liquidate some of your staked TIME, pull out some of that money, and you can even restake that if you want. So you can get kind of crazy APY when you do that. There's more risk involved in this. I don't do this myself. I don't recommend doing this, but this is something that people do, and this is something that makes TIME so popular. Is you have this integration, you have this whole network or ecosystem that TIME is a part of. The strategy is kind of like loop to staking, where you can stake and then pull out some of that money and then restake that money. Now that brings us to Spartacus Finance. So if we go ahead and look at their popularity, we can obviously see that TIME Wonderland is a lot more popular than both of these projects. Hector DAO is the red. So Hector DAO is a little bit more popular than SPA, which, you know, that might be a good thing for SPA. That might be a bad thing for SPA. But right now, less people know about Spartacus Finance. One of the things that makes Spartacus Finance actually stand out from TIME and from Ohm is that the APY is huge. So you have almost a 300,000 APY. Now this has been dropping as more people stake. So this shows that more people have been staking, dropping this APY. It used to be up at like 1 million, I think, and now it's down to 300,000, which is still a crazy amount of APY. Another thing that makes it stand out is that the price is actually, right now, it's below the backing. So what that means is that the price is trading for lower than the backing. So what the DAO is supposed to do at this point is supposed to buy up its own tokens, and it's supposed to burn tokens until that price goes back up to the backing price. So the fact that it's below the backing makes me a little bit uncomfortable, right? I've never seen one of these Ohm forks or these DAO projects actually get below the backing. They're not really supposed to be below the backing for long. But what that does mean is that the DAO should be burning the tokens or buying back up the tokens to get that SPA price back up to that $92 right here. I see that as a good thing, because if the DAO actually does what it's supposed to do, and this isn't just a scam, means that the DAO will bring this price back up to those 92, which means that you're instantly going to get like a 10% increase on your investment of buying the SPA token. Now, another thing that makes the SPA project so promising is that they also have this ecosystem, which is Spartacadabra.money. So they're literally, and it's right here. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but right here, Spartacadabra.money. The website's right here. So what this does, it's the same thing where you can borrow against, you can wrap the SPA, and then you can borrow against that value in there. There's a whole ecosystem around Spartacus Finance, around the project. Now I do like SPA. They've been around for a little bit. I think Hector's been around longer. It was one of the first DAO projects that's supposed to be like a reserve currency for the Phantom Opera network, which is a good network. It's very I think it's undervalued right now. Well, everything's undervalued because everything's been going down. But I do think it was even undervalued before we started this mini crash, which means that a lot of the projects that are on Phantom were also undervalued. So I like this project. I think I do like Hector DAO a little bit more. So now that brings us to Hector DAO, or just HEC, because it's heckin' good, it's heckin' cool. But again, one of the things that makes Hector DAO so attractive to me is the high APY. It has around a 200,000 APY. That's been dropping, but the high APY is super promising. It's a lot. It's over double of what Time is, which is good. And then also the price is super close to the backing. I don't think that the price here is gonna go below the backing. I hope Hector has it set up a little bit better than SPA. But what really makes Hector super cool is this bonding mechanic that is new to Hector. So if you go to TIME Wonderland and you want to mint, what you can do is you can mint right here. What it does is it makes new time tokens for you putting in these tokens right here. So you can put in MIM or wrapped AVAX, and then you can get time at a discounted price after a vesting period of 5 days. You can do that with Spartacus as well. You can do that with all these 3x3 DAO projects that are ohm forks. But what Hector does, and I think they were the first person to do this, they call it 4x4 because you can bond or mint and you can make the new Hector tokens. But while you're waiting that 5-day period, instead of it just sitting there and you're gonna get the discounted price in 5 days, they actually include the rebase periods in that amount. So you're actually getting the staking rewards while you're waiting for your mint tokens to go through the vesting period before you can get them, which is really cool because you're doubling down. You're getting the discounted price and you're also getting the rebase periods. So you're getting the rewards from staking. So this really incentivizes people to bond more so than people would want to bond with Wonderland Time. So I do like both of these projects. I'm invested in both. This is what I found from my research. I do think that Spartacus Finance is a little bit sketchier. Their dev team doesn't seem to have their stuff together as much as Hector DAO does. I don't think that the price should ever get below the backing price. I think that the DAO, the automated system, the program should be burning off tokens and buying back tokens as soon as it hits the backing price to get it back up to get the price back up to the backing price. Hector DAO, we haven't seen it actually drop below the backing price. There seems to be a little bit better sentiment behind Hector DAO. There's a little bit of controversy behind Spartacus right now. I do think that Hector DAO is the better investment. If you want to get 200, 300,000 APY behind a project, I think that right now you are getting a bargain on the price. If you did want to invest in this, I think it's going to shoot back up to, I think the highs were like 300. So I think it will get back up there in time. I think we just need to get through all the FUD and the bad sentiment around the market, you know, altogether. I know Bitcoin's been going down, stock market's been going down a little bit, so it's making all of these crypto projects go down. I'm going to be making tutorials on how to stake both SPA, Spartacus Finance, and Hector DAO in my next few videos here. So if you do want to know how to stake that, the process of getting your money from your bank into staking into these projects, definitely shoot me a subscribe because those are going to be my next few videos. If you learned something new, definitely leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.